Hello and welcome to this class. This is lesson 7, I think, yes, of our SMC series. And today we'll talk about POI. Okay, we'll talk about POI. We'll talk about what POI is all about. Okay, POI, that will be our topic for today. POI, and the full form of POI is an abbreviation for point of interest. Okay, POI is simply that that price range in which you are interested in trading. That's just POI. Okay. So there are different types of POI that you can use. Number one of them is what we have already spoken about, which is what order block. We have already spoken of what order block is. And we say order block is found in demand and supply zone. So other blocks are just like refined demand and supply. Okay, that's what they are. Now, there are other things you can trade inside your demand and supply zone other than order block. Okay, it's not only order block you can trade in your demand and supply zone. Okay, because for example, we have this order block right here. Okay, so it's safe for you to say, okay, if other criteria are met, if price should rise to this order block, which is going to serve as your this is going to serve as your supply zone, because this is where the structure broke, right, to the downside. So this will be your supply zone, right? So you can decide to refine it to just this order block, right? So that's what order block is all about. But inside your supply or demand zone, order block is not the only thing you want to trade. Okay, order block is not the only thing you want to trade. For example, we have a break of structure here, the upside, right? We have a break of structure here to the upside. We have a break of structure here to the upside, right? So we can see from that break of structure, down to this point, we have the demand zone, right? Now, if you look at this area from here to here, if you look at it from where we have our break of structure, which is here, to the beginning of the higher low here, we don't have any other block in it, right? We don't have any other block. You may want to go to other time frame, okay, to search for other block in between here. But if you want to stick to one time frame, there are other ways you can find your POI. That's point of interest. Okay, there are other ways you can find your POI, and one of them is using and that is using buy to sell or sell to buy weeks. Okay, you can use this sell to buy or buy to sell weeks. Generally, other blocks are buy to sell candle or sell to buy candle. Let me quickly explain that. Okay, if you look at this other block, you see that this other block price try to move up, right? That's buy. Okay, so for this inside this other block, we have buy, but that the purpose of that buy is to sell, because the buy was just temporary and we had a sell, right? So that other block is like a buy to sell candle. Okay, let me make this thinner. That other block is like more or less like a buy to sell candle. Okay, so we can also have buy to sell week. I'm going to show it to you now. All right, now let's say we have two candles. We have two candles like this, two bullish candle back to back, so following each other just like this. Okay, We have two candles following each other, and we have this week. We have week up here. Okay. This one has its week there, and this one also have its week right here. Okay. Just follow up. It's going to make sense. Okay. Now we also have upper week and lower week here, but I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in these ones. Okay. So let's say this is both of them are green candle, they are buy candles because price is moving up. Okay. Both of them are green candle. Now, these two alternating weeks you have right here is a sell to buy candle. Okay. I'm going to explain it to you. Now, if you look at this week here, this week is telling you that at some point, this candle is a full candle like this, right? At some point, this candle is a full green candle like this, right? Then sellers came and pushed it down. That's why it become weak, right? So that means there was selling activities from this point back to this close of the candle right here. Now, this other candle is also telling you, this week is also telling you that they were seller. This candle was once like this. They were seller to this point, right? Before buyer push it back up, right? Before buyers push it back up like that. So this is to tell you that this week is just like a sell. The price wants to move down, okay, before you push up. Before it push up. So this is telling you that this from this week to this week is a sale, but the purpose of the sale is to have more buy. So we'll call this a sell to buy week. Okay, so it's just like we have the price was buying, but at this point it sold a bit just to buy more. So this is a sell to buy. Okay, so you can pick their sell to buy also as your POI. So your POI can also be from the beginning of this point to the end of this point. So that can also be your POI. Okay. So if since you are on an uptrend, this is now going to be your demand. Okay. Your demand zone. So price, you can also expect price to come and respect it. Okay. That's a sell to buy. Then on the flip side of it, you understand anything we have for bullish, we have to also have it for bearish. So on the flip side of it, we can also have something like this. It's two candles like this downward. Okay. And we have a wick here. We also have a wick here. Okay, so this is this now is a sell, sorry, buy to sell, because the price had to move up, okay, just to sell more. So this also a kind of POI, right? And that's a buy to sell week, okay? Buy to sell week. So this can also be your, let's see, this is red candle now, to just show that it's a sell, okay? This is a red candle. So you can also trade from here. So that means probably something like this. That's clear, right? All right, so I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now, apart from having it like this, having this sell to buy weeks and buy to sell weeks like this, you can just have it as simple week. It can also be just like a simple week. If you have, for example, let's say we have the next candle of this movement here. Let's say we have another candle, or let me just put a week at the top. Okay, we have another candle here. This is the last candle, okay? All this, if this is the last candle, okay, that move down, broke structure downward, all this week can also be demand, a supply zone that we can trade from. All this week can also be what? This week can also be a POI for short, okay? And that is because this is also a kind of buy to sell, because price moved up and also moved down. The purpose of price moving down was to be able to sell more. You understand? So this week is like a buy to sell week. I hope you get, but it has to be the last candle before the reversal. We'll see it clear on the charts. Okay, let me just draw a schematic to portray it better. Let's say we have price moving like this. Okay, moving like this. You know, this is the break of structure, and the last candle we have at this point. Last candle we have at this point has this kind of week, right? Has this kind of week. That week is simply a buy because we have a buy before, right? Then it's sold eventually. So that week is a buy to sell week, right? Sorry, let's reduce chat on the chat box because each time I see new messages, it distracts me, okay? Or else if you want to call my attention to something, that's why you should use the chat box. All right, let's proceed. So that's what is a buy to sell week is all about. It can be in between like this and it can be at the extreme. Okay, the same thing for a buy. Also for a buy scenario, let's say we have this is the last candle here and we have a week below it like that. So this week can also serve as our sell to buy movement week, and we can trade from here, right? And we can pick this as our POI. Okay, we can pick this as our POI. I hope this is clear. I believe it is clear. Let's see what it looks like on the charts. There are a lot of them on the charts. Okay, let's just look at a few of them on the charts. Let's look at a few of them on the charts. Oh, shouldn't have deleted that. Let me just keep it somewhere. I still need it. All right, so now let's get to start to see this. Let's say we have a break of structure here. Not let's say we actually have a break of structure downward here, right? Okay, so this can be another block, right? But you can also see it as a week. You can just mark out only the week, just like this. Now that week is also a zone where you can short from, okay? Instead of taking the whole order block, the whole candle as the order block, you can just take the week. It's also a buy to sell week, and it can also be your supply. Okay, that's one. Then secondly, if you come inside these points, inside this demand zone, you will see that we have this week here. This is also a kind of sell to buy movement in that point. Sell to buy week in that point here. Sell price was moving up, then it reversed that sell to buy. Okay, so that's what the week signifies. So you can also use that week. Okay, though this one did not have from the other candle, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you can also use that week as your as your POI. You just extend it to the left. Okay, you extend it to the left and see what happens. Price, I think price tapped. Oh, price didn't actually got to it. You almost tapped into it before reversing. Okay, so that's one. We have another one here. We have another one here, which is from here to here. Okay, from here to this point here. From the beginning of this week, right here to this point, it's another POI. Okay, then we have we have this week. All of this week is what is POI. Okay, so that's it. That's just it. Then we have another one. There are a lot of POIs here. Okay, we have another one which is this week here. Okay, down to here. You understand? This week is a buy to sell week, so you can also choose that. All right, all those are what they are all demand zone. You don't have to just have only order block. This is order block. It's also a demand zone and a POI for buy. Okay. All right, this is another one. Yes, we have the all of this. Okay, as also a POI. Okay. Then we have also this right here. So all of those things, all of those are POI. Okay. We'll still talk more about how to choose the valid ones. Okay. When we are done talking about liquidity, because most of the time you need liquidity to drive price into the. We'll talk about inducement, and we'll talk about inducement and mitigation. So from there we'll have more idea on which order block to use and which one not to use. Okay, but the primary thing about a valid order block is change of break of structure. Okay, before you can pick any other block as valid, it has to break structure. It has to break structure. Okay, now that is sell to buy weeks for you. Now the last one that I will talk about is breaker blocks. Okay, breaker blocks. Breaker blocks they are simply failed order blocks. When you have when order block fails, it becomes a breaker block. For example, let's say let me use this to illustrate it. Price is moving up like this, okay, and it's creating higher highs, higher lows. Then eventually it break this higher low, okay, break this higher low like this, giving you what? A change of character, giving you a change of character, giving you a change of character. Okay, right there. Now, remember we have a BOS here, a break of structure here. Okay, now this is the last break of structure we have to the upside. I'll just label a BOS. Now, normally, you don't know if price is going to break this low or not. So you just see keep longing until price break the low, right? So let's say we have an order block here, right? We have an order block in that spot, in this spot, right here. Now, immediately we have this change of character. This order block has failed. And we now have this change of character is also like a break of structure, right? So we now have this whole area now as our supply where we can short from. Okay, so starting from here now to this point, we are looking for POI order blocks or any kind of ways we can refine our supply so that we can short. All right, this build order block can now serve as our order block for itself. Do you understand? That's what order block is all about. When we have a change of character, the order block that created that change of character can now become, it's just like a flip, like a support turn resistance. You understand? Let's just say this is support. We're expecting it to support price, but it failed. Automatically, it will change towards to resistance. That's how it is. This is supposed to be a demand, but it failed to hold as demand. Then it can now serve as a supply. All right. So that's another way of choosing your POI. That can also be your POI. Let's look for an example. It normally happens when we have a change of character. Uh, Okay, here we have, oh, sorry, this is not a valid one. It's not a valid one. This is not a valid one because this push-up never broke this high. Okay, so but price expected it. Let's just use it as an analogy. Okay, let's say this is a valid order block for buy. Okay, but immediately price broke it like this. Price came back and used it as a demand, as a supply to move down. Let's look for one that actually worked well. Uh, let's say we have this right here. Let's say we have this order block right here. Okay, this is a valid order block now, right? That's a valid order block because this one broke this high like that. Okay. Okay, so you see, immediately this order block failed. It then served as a supply, which price is used to push down. So that's breaker block. That's what breaker block is all about. I hope this is understandable. Let me see if I can find one more. Um, by the way, that's just what order blocks are, breaker blocks are. It's just a failed order block. When price breaks through an order block and price return to it, then we have a breaker block. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Let's find more examples of all these things you have spoken about so far. Okay, let's look for more example. Okay, sorry. Um, this is just a pure change of character. Then we traded the other block and price just along that way. Okay. I'm looking for where we actually have. Okay. We have this right here. All right. Though price invalidated a bit, but it's still an example. We had this like last break of structure here. Okay. So you can see it. Then we have this right here. Can you see it? This is a kind of a sell to buy week in between here and price respects it. There are a lot of it that you can actually use in your trade in your practice. This is another one. We have price respecting this week right here. Can you see just a sniper entry right there and push up? Okay, this week is valid because this high was broken. That's the last paper structure and just push up. Okay. Um, okay, okay. Uh, you'll be seeing this kind of things a lot in SMC where you just rape your SM. You should just be prepared. SMC is full of those. When we get to psychology of SMC, we'll talk about that. I want to just see where it respects more. Oh, I think we don't have much time. That will be your work to do for this class. Once you close this video, go to your chat, go to your chats, Then look for this POI. We call them POI. We have spoken about 3 order blocks. You know what order blocks are? We did that in last class. Breaker blocks. You know what breaker blocks is now. And buy to sell weeks. You know what they are now. So you just go to your charts. Make sure the ones you are selecting has a break of structure or a change of character. It's very important. Without a break of structure, a change of character, your POI is not valid. Okay. So you go to your chart and mark them all out, as many as you can. If you wish, you can share them with us on the group chat. Fine. If you don't wish, no problem. Okay. But just be faithful to yourself. You are all adults. I don't have to monitor it for you. You are adults, and making money is intentional. That's the difference between adulthood and childhood. Childhood, you'll be forced to do the right thing. But adulthood, if you don't do it, you bear the consequence, and you have nobody to blame. All right, so that will be all for now. If you have questions, as usual, you can just drop them on the group chats or in my DM. Anyhow, you can get connected to me. I'll answer them all. Thank you very much for your time, and see you on the next one.